I'm pretty sure at this point this is, if not the best, then top 3 best fairy tale arcs of all time. Like, hands down, I can't really think of many arcs that got me this excited to the point where I'm just like, fuck yeah, than this arc right here, this Tartarus arc. It had its bumps in the road, of course, but ultimately it has been doing at the very least a steady job, and now it's doing a phenomenal job. Fairy Tail has probably been the best manga to review for the past couple weeks at the very least, because it has just been on fire, and yeah. So we start off with this chapter, and it seems as though the Celestial Spirit King knows Geer and has known him for a while, because he says, "You're still carrying this book," which also shows that Geer has been trying to summon End for a long time. Who knows how long it's been, and that really makes you wonder, when was End last alive? And it kind of also connects to the whole thing of Zeref was alive a long time ago. Maybe the last time End was alive was when Zeref was around, before, he re-emerged in Tenrojima 7 years ago, because the Celestial Spirit King knows him, and who knows when's the last time the Celestial Spirit King has come into combat in the other side, outside of the Celestial Spirit world. So definitely an interesting little insight in the beginning of the chapter. And my gosh, this man, he can fight. Well, I'm going to call him a man because he's a dude, whoever, but, he's a celestial spirit. But he is just throwing down, and the fight was looking so good between him and Geer's. Now, we find out that Geer's curse is called Thorn, and it's just like a bunch of thorns, so it seems like it's a nature type of curse where things just like pop out, like a thorn start coming out of the ground or something like that. I'm curious what extent can these thorns, like, to what extent can they go, because at the end of the day, out of all of Tartarus, we've seen some interesting powers, even though the characters haven't really been utilizing them to their full potential. But we've seen some shit where, explosions, people can blow themselves up, a lot of different things. So Thorn, I hope there's something more to it than just thorns coming out the ground, because while you can spam the shit out of that and it can make for an easy win, there has to be something bigger to this thorn technique, or this thorn curse for that matter, to make it like, why this guy, Geers, is the boss, and why he's on top of everyone, and why they follow him. Because if not, it's just like simple thorn. Like, why would somebody like Silver, who seemingly is strong as shit, follow somebody that just has a thorn attack? So I'm looking forward to seeing the full abilities and capabilities of Thorn, because if not, then, it would just be like, why is Geers on top? And you just see him and the Celestial Spirit King going at it, and I'm like, yo, this is some fucking good shit. These are the battles I've been wanting to see in Fairy Tail. Like, just crazy all-out fucking carnage. When he throws out Meteor Blast, and you just see for miles, it looks like that this blast goes, and it's just destroying shit. Like, the Celestial Spirit King, and at the same time, is giving Lucy magic on the side. Yeah, this is a monster right here, and I'm loving this fight right now. The beginning of it has already been awesome. He's taking thorns left and right, and then he just cuts them all out. I'm like, this is like a really good setup for a great fucking fight. Something that Geer said also caught my eye. He said, "We want to revive End and return to Zeref." Now, exactly what does he mean by we want to return to Zeref? I thought he would have said something like, we want to revive Zeref so we can be with him, but revive End and return to Zeref, does he mean that simply, he's just saying it in a weird way, that we want to return to Zeref as in bring Zeref back, or bringing End, reviving End is the only way they can actually see Zeref, similar to how Natsu can see Zeref, or, occasionally see Zeref? So I'm curious what he meant exactly by we want to return to Zeref. Does he just mean that he wants to go back into the books or something so he can see Zeref? Like, what did he mean by we want to return to Zeref? Where is Zeref at this point that he wants to return to him? Maybe he's referring to time travel. Maybe he means that he wants to go back in time to Zeref's timeline. Now, I gotta mention something. Definitely the art in this chapter, magnificent. Like, even looking at the scenery after the meteor blast goes down, it's like, things look absolutely beautiful. The character designs, the backgrounds, art in this one was like on some next level shit, especially for a weekly magazine, a weekly shonen. A lot of times for art to be, top tier, it takes like a monthly, so they can have, extreme amount of time. But like nearly every panel was just looking really good and very well drawn. So Hiro Mashima, with everything you're doing, the monthly Fairy Tail and this chapter, you're a grinder, bro. You stay on the grind. And then the best moment of the entire chapter, we have an epic fight, we have things setting up, and we, some context clues to some later events, but then Lucy finally getting a power-up. I really, really hope this is permanent. I really hope this isn't just temporary, that he gave it to her for now, but once he leaves, the power will vanish. I really hope this is permanent, because this will make Lucy so much more of a threat if she has this power permanently, this Aquarius magic that he has granted her, because right now it's just like, yes, finally Lucy will be able to fight without having to summon her keys or anything like that, because, she always has to rely on them keys. Somebody takes the keys, Lucy can't do anything. Please, from now on, leave her with this Aquarius magic, because this will make her so much more of a formidable threat. Although I kind of find it funny that I'd imagine Juvia will take offense to this, like, yeah, you're using this water magic, that's supposed to be me, you're trying to go up the Great Sama, but that's neither here nor there. But, like, this is such a great power-up and a great advancement as far as the power scale goes for Lucy Heartfilia, because she has just been relying on these keys for so long, but giving her this magic, this Aquarius magic, this strong magic, it would be a big help to her in any other scenario. Just the fact of the matter is, when a big battle comes along, she doesn't have to worry about Loki, Taurus, or anything like that. She can just go on in herself and fight, and I'm like, yeah! Gotta note the fan service, like, Hiro, like, under boob, side boob, like, god damn, bro. I mean, it wasn't distracting again because things were progressing as it was happening, and it was just like an epic moment. And if you really don't pay attention, it's just like whatever at this point with the, fan service. It was neither here nor there. Not bad to look at, but it was like, you get under boob for magic. And it was interesting to see those markings on the body. So that was, I guess, symbolic of like the power that she has acquired from Aquarius. That was interesting to see nonetheless. And it was just like, I really hope ultimately out of this chapter that the biggest thing that stays intact is that she has that Aquarius magic. Maybe she can't use it for a long period of time, but at least have her have it, because that would make her so much more of a formidable threat against anything that comes their way. And just ultimately, it's like, yeah, Lucy is a badass. Like, Lucy has done a 180 with the past couple chapters, and this chapter yet again, I was just like, god damn, good shit. Ideally, I would have liked that she trained and got the other magic via, different routes of like, oh, I'm training with this one and I learned their magic. But still, it's like, yeah, I'll take it. It's an advancement for her nonetheless, and in an epic way. I mean, she just lost her friend, and what better way to honor her friend than for the Celestial Spirit King himself to grant her that magic. And he was just a badass when he was just like, are you the one that made my friend cry? Are you the reason why my friend is in tears on the floor? Like, this dude is gonna rage and fucking kill. And another huge advancement for Lucy now is that she can use Urano Metria now without Gemini. Seemingly with this Aquarius power that she's obtained, she can use Urano Metria, which is a fucking strong attack. And I was just like, yeah, Jackal, for the most part, you're a joke, bro. You lost to Happy Afro and Natsu, and now you just got your ass beat by Lucy. But that's not too much of a thing to say a bad thing in a way, because she did just get a huge power up from Aquarius magic. And I'm curious, like, in the future, would she be able to break keys and like obtain the magic? Now, obviously, Lucy wouldn't do that. She wouldn't want to, break her keys. She, suffering there as it is. Like, she was there still clinging on to Aquarius' key, crying. But like, if that was the case of like, her celestial spirits kept on saying, let's just say they're fighting a humongous battle against Acnologia, for example, and she just keeps on crushing the keys because they're telling her to do it. And could she possibly get that magic? Would the Spirit King give her all those magic, and then she would have like just this crazy power to fight? That would be fucking epic as hell. But just overall, again, a great chapter. Art was phenomenal. Lucy once again advancing is like 180 and a half. And then you also have the Celestial Spirit King going at it with Mark Geer's beautiful fight, looking epic as hell. Just, Fairy Tail right now is on fire. I'm giving this chapter a 9 out of 10. Ideally, I would have liked for Lucy to have trained and learned these abilities from different ways, but nonetheless, it's advancement and it's good shit in the midst of a heated battle. Right now, we have the Celestial Spirit King and Lucy versus Tartarus, and it's on fire. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, what do you think about Lucy getting these Aquarius powers? Do you think they're going to be temporary? Do you think they're going to be permanent? And also the fact that she can do Urano Metria without Gemini by herself now. Do you think that was epic? Do you think Jackal looks like a piece of shit at this point? Like, at this point, fuck Jackal. Whatever. At the end of the day, he has been getting his ass kicked left and right, but Lucy just is on a whole different level now. And also, what do you think about the Spirit King versus Mark Geers? Does it look epic? Like, as of right now, it's looking like a clean fight. Like, he's taking thorns, he's doing media blasts, like, shit is getting intense. And just your overall thoughts of the chapter. Next week it seems as though it's going to focus more on the Geers versus the Celestial Spirit King fight, because it's called Galaxia Blade, so that's going to be interesting to see like the full-on capabilities. I'd imagine that's probably like his special technique or something that he's going to use against Geers, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how this fight goes down. Right now, Fairy Tail has got me super excited. I haven't been this excited about it in a while, so this is great stuff for Fairy Tail. Again, 9 out of 10, baby. Lucy Heartfilia, let's go! But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or you enjoyed the video, drop me a like, an Urano Metria like. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.